What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Executive View. I'm your host, Aaron Sirius Simmons, and this is the view from on top, man. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with the execs, and I do appreciate that. You guys know how I get down, man. If you see the show, share the show. We're all over the place, man. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok. We're doing big things in the places to definitely want to take everybody along for the journey. I don't do this by myself. I got a slew of brothers that are sitting here and ready to chop it up and talk about everything around the world of sports. Man, the homie Villain's in the building. What's going on, Villain? How we doing, sir?
Villain, what's going on? Good to see everybody here. Let's get to work.
Yeah, we got a lot of people in the building, man, and not a lot of time to talk, man. The homie CK is back in the building. What's going on, CK? How we doing, sir?
I hate MSG and this damn Gotham Sports app.
It's a monopoly, man. It's terrible.
Yeah, definitely. Coach is in the building. What's going on, Coach? How we doing, sir? And looks like he's had some technical difficulties. We'll get back to him shortly. Breaking news. Hughes is in the building. What's going on, breaking news? How we doing, sir? And looks like there he goes. Talk to me. Breaking news. All right, looks like he's having some technical difficulty as well. We got Larry in the building. What's going on, Larry? How we doing, man? Can you hear me?
Yes. What up, brothers? What up, man?
What's going on? Pay your bills. What the hell's going on with this thing, man?
Hey,
what the hell?
Man, look. Terrence Crawford retired today, brothers. Man.
Yeah.
Shout out to one of the greatest, bro.
Yeah, man.
Did he retire? Did he retire because they took his belt, or like?
Oh no, he didn't care about that. He didn't care about that.
All right.
Yeah. I'm not even sure. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, man. But before we get cracking, man, want to wish everybody a wonderful holiday season. Next week's shows are going to be kind of up in the air and wonky. We may pre-record some. I'm not too sure how it's going to look at the moment, but before we get going into next week and Christmas and Hanukkah and all that kind of good stuff, man. Happy holidays from all of us here at the Executive's View. We are looking forward to you spending some time with your family, loved ones. If you're traveling, take us with you, man. As I always alluded to, man, we're all over the place, man. We're on Spotify. We're putting out content all over the place, man. Looking forward to being your music or your traveling companion as you move and groove, man. Let's see. Breaking news. Are you back, man? What's good, man? How we doing today, sir?
What's good, fellas? Yeah, sorry about
we
that.
We got him,
y'all. had a minor technical malfunction there, but that's par for the course, right? It's good to see you boys.
Yeah.
Good to see you boys right before the holidays.
Yes, sir, man. Well, I'm not gonna waste anybody's time, man. As I said, we got a lot to get to and not a lot of time. I'm pretty sure Coach will be back as soon as he's able to, man. But huge weekend in sports. We had a Heisman get awarded to the gentleman from Indiana. First time in a very, 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 very long time that a student from Indiana has won the Heisman. I think we were all in agreement as we sat here last week as to who would win it. So we don't have to spend a lot of time on it, but I did want to acknowledge him and give him his flowers because they are just due. Villain, talk to me, man. Where's your head out with it?
Congratulations to Fernando Mendoza. He absolutely deserved it. He had a really phenomenal season, leading the undefeated Hoosiers to the number one seed in the college playoff. Threw for over 30 touchdowns, only have 4 interceptions, something like that. Brian knows the stat line better than I do. Coach would know too. But really, like I said, the game against Oregon was a really big statement win for him. I think the game in against your Nittany Lions was really big. That was big for him. That comeback drive, that whole second half, he was phenomenal, and he played a really good game against Ohio State. I think that clinched it. The one thing I do want to mention, I wanted to start with Mendoza because he deserves it. It's a blessing to get that Heisman Trophy. Pavia, clown, yeah, clown shoes, bro. Walking out in clown shoes, like f the voters, like seriously, like, and of course he's got ties with Johnny Manziel, so clown shoes it runs in close circle and close proximity. You know what I mean? You know, like, dude, it's just like you've been in college long enough, and like, dude, I don't even want to. You're an idiot. He's an idiot. We're done. I don't want to even talk about it. He's an idiot.
He
Yeah, I
plays in
mean,
the SEC, man. He feels like he's the best, man. What do you mean?
It's not. It has nothing to do with SEC and everything to do with the kid's character. The kid has no
Yeah.
character. The kid's
Yeah, but I'm just saying, man, if you in the SEC, you feel like you've been robbed
You're
of a
entitled.
Heisman because I'm in the SEC.
No,
You know?
I think that's your SAC bias. You just want to hate.
No, but I'm just
like,
saying, brother.
but LG, you can agree, like, this kid, the
Oh,
ego on this kid is
yeah,
astounding, given the fact that you know what, you didn't win. All right, there's plenty of kids that have gone to New York and gone home empty-handed and didn't do what he did. It's
I
ridiculous.
totally agree, bro. Dude, I totally agree. I don't agree with the way that he handled it. It was totally a bad judgment and character. But I will say this, you know how they feel. People feel like, oh well, I played against tougher opponents because I played in the SEC. I should have won the Heisman. So
I have a question.
what's up, CK?
See, I don't have a problem with what he said, first of all, because Jeremiah Love should have won the Heisman.
yes,
That's the first
that right there, brother.
I
didn't say a word. I just let y'all talk. You know, Cole, he ain't got no character. He's a clown. You know what? F the Heisman voters because they got it wrong. First of all, Mario Mendoza wasn't even the best quarterback in college football because he was on the number one team. Don't make him the best quarterback. I personally think Pavia should have got the doggone Heisman. Personally, that's just me. I don't have a problem with somebody says screw you if they feel they got screwed over. All this nonsense about sportsmanship and this, that, and the other. We only want to apply it to the kids. But when the coaches out here acting a fool, and I ain't talking about Michigan, I'm not going to talk about Michigan at all. Okay, but when you got Dabo Swinney acting like a clown, you had the clown that was in Oklahoma State being a clown. You got coaches being clowns every other day. I never hear anybody call them, they ain't got no character. It's passion.
We do.
I'm an equal opportunity offender over here. I'll call them all clowns.
We might, but nobody else does. This is going to affect it. If this affects
say the pundits, because you, coach, all of us, we hold everybody accountable.
Okay,
we all
do. I wasn't including us, but see, if this affects his draft stock, that's going to be his last name. Because there's been a whole lot of other quarterbacks that didn't have his last name. Man, they got on Mendoza for speaking to his Cuban grandparents in their native language. F the Heisman voters.
Nah, I agree with that, like, to an extent, but like you should have some class not to say it. We talk about the coaches and everything. Like, I don't think a coach that loses the coach of the year award would say F the voters. Like, this kid's an idiot for saying that. And you know what my thing is too? You're absolutely right. It better affect his draft status. It better. Because the character assassination on Shedeur Sanders was off the chain. If this kid don't drop farther than Sanders did for character assassination, then we got a real problem in here. That's
okay. So, so check this out. So, I agree with both of you, right? But here's why I want to take it. In life, in these moments, right? You understand that you may or may not always win, right? There is something called decorum. There is something called keeping the inside voice inside, even though you want to say what you want to say. Like, we sit here, like, if I got a problem, I'm gonna text Villain, be like, yo, F this, that, and the third. I'm not gonna come out here live, across all our social media platforms and be like, yo, F you, especially when, my name is Diego Pavia and I'm a Heisman runner-up. So I have no problem with how he felt. I have no problem with him, feeling how he wants to feel. I have a problem with him putting it on social media and then trying to walk it back.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, if that's how you feel,
cool. You want them to stand on business?
Say it with your whole chest and stand on it.
But that's the only issue I have is he backed off.
He tried to walk it back.
Y'all know how I get down. I'm gonna say what I say. I said what I said. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, I don't give a damn.
Right.
But he's got more to risk by not walking it back than me or you. Like I could not walk it back. Nobody cares. Nobody really know who I am like that. This kid, to your point, is going to lose draft stock and could lose millions of dollars because of his mouth, because he can't show that he can be a humble human being. I've seen Eli Manning have the most boring press conferences and boring statements after games. You know what I mean? But he was boring to the bank. You know what I mean?
We got Jackson Dart running around saying, I ain't going to change what I do, while he keeps getting a concussion every 2 seconds. Okay? Stand up at these press conferences.
We don't want to talk about it.
Sounded like
but he's also a rookie, though, bro.
Okay. Jackson Dart's a rookie, yes. Diego probably is going to be a rookie. See, the double standard bothers me.
How is it a double standard, though?
Because certain quarterbacks, certain types of quarterbacks get to say certain things, and it's that's fire and grit and all this other nonsense. And
that's not fire. That's not fire and grit, though.
Again, I'm telling you what the people who are in charge of making these decisions put out there. Okay, the same clowns who shouldn't have jobs but have them because they know somebody or relate to somebody or a friend of somebody. Okay, or got their job on television because they're a friend of somebody, know somebody, whatever. The same ones making these character assassination and character decisions on these people tend to pick and choose when they want to do it. That's my issue with this whole thing. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it across the board. We're not going to pick and choose when it's fire and grit with one guy and when it's a clown with another guy. That's all I'm saying.
Going to tell you, I'm going to pick and choose, because fire and grit saying, I'm going to keep playing the way I want to play is one thing. Going out there and saying F the voters, that's bullshit.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mama.
I don't think
you know what?
We allow.
Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of leaning towards CK. I mean, I would have said it's probably so. I probably would have, like I say, my thing is you could have been a little bit more tactful with what you said.
Yeah.
But I'll put it like this. Y'all think I'm wrong. If I was a quarterback, who cares about winning the Heisman? When was the last? What was the last great Heisman quarterback in the NFL?
Lamar Jackson.
I mean, Jaden Daniels.
He ain't won no championship. He ain't won no championship.
Don't do that.
I mean, he got MVPs, right? He got.
Don't
MVPs.
do that.
But when was the last great Heisman quarterback? I'm just saying.
I mean, Cam played well. I mean, you really can't run down that list, bro. Like,
I'm just saying that list is long, brother.
Yeah, but I mean, just because a Heisman hasn't had a great NFL career, don't mean you get to go out there and show your ass.
But that's what I'm getting paid at, though. I'm gonna get paid in the next league, so I wouldn't even want that stigma. I wouldn't want that stench attached to me. I wouldn't even care.
He already had it attached to him. They've been calling him names all year long. They've been talking about his mother.
I'm saying the Heisman. I wouldn't want that Heisman.
No, again, respectfully, no, bro. See, what we're not going to do is diminish the importance of the Heisman based off a couple others that have not fared.
The Heisman has been diminished because they only give it to quarterbacks. The best player was a running back.
I will give you that, but you can't make the argument that because he won the Heisman, he's going to be a shitty quarterback in the next level. You can't say that.
I don't know. That's. I mean,
I'm just saying, bro. Name the last Heisman Trophy winner that won a Super Bowl.
But see, we're talking about two different things. We're talking about, like, Unc, you're saying that Jeremiah Love should have won the Heisman.
I agree with that.
And last week, I said, I think Mendoza's going to win it. My vote would go for Jeremiah Love. That's what I said.
By the way, he declared
Pavia coming out saying after voters, that doesn't justify anything, because if you think Jeremiah Love should have won it, then Pavia should be nowhere near the vote. Who cares what he thinks? So I don't know, man. Honestly, if you feel that way, there's a better way to say it other than going on social media, F the voters, while you out there, F Indiana and all this stuff, man. Come on, man. That's an act, man. That's a clown show for me, man. Like, seriously, with the little,
I agree with right to feel that way.
With the sign, the little sign, you know what I mean? Come on, man. That's a clown show. That's not real.
We could have said it a different way, but y'all know me. I'm a Shador fan. Shador led the league, led NCAA in completion percentage, threw for over 4,000 yards, and didn't even get a Heisman invite. Mendoza hasn't even thrown for 3,000 yards, bro. When has that not become the standard if he's getting an invite to the Heisman, bro? Yeah, Yeah, bro. So it's a joke, man. I'm good with it, bro. I'm good.
I mean, well, come out swinging. I ain't mad at it. Breaking news. You've been awfully quiet, my guy. Where's your head up with this big dog?
Yeah, so I see both sides. I do, and it's funny because I feel like I've been agreeing a lot with CK, which I'm not sure I like. But if you guys think about this for a minute. If you think about a lot of the really good quarterbacks, right? Terry Bradshaw, right? Phillip Rivers, Tom Brady, they're all like that. You think anybody really wants to lose?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just saying, I kind of agree in the sense that I didn't love the comment, especially from somebody that I think realistically is probably a day 3 prospect because of certain physical limitations. I'm more worried about, like Barry said, how it affects his opportunities. But to say, hey, you know what? I still stand with me and my own. Like, I'll still take, my arm and my offensive line over what they got there. I don't have a problem with that. I can't even really blame him, quote unquote, for walking it back, because the reality is we all know that's PR. That's a PR, that literally he made the comment, and I promise you that Vanderbilt's social relations person was literally on the phone with him 10 minutes later. So it's hard. It's hard because you don't really know. All I can say is this, you know what? The one thing that you get very clearly from him on tape and interviews and things like that is he's a competitor, man. And you know what? That's what you want. You want somebody to be a competitor. Have you ever watched Heisman where they're like, yeah, you know what? He deserved it over me. And who doesn't expect to win when they're up there? The only difference that I would have over what Larry and CK says is I do think Fernando Mendoza deserved to win that award. First year in the Cignetti offense, undefeated season, played the number 1 team in the nation, a historically good defense, and wins with everything on the line. First quarterback in Indiana history to throw 30 touchdowns. I mean, yes, you could look at the yardage as a big thing, but you don't win games with yardage. You win games with touchdowns. And you know what? I can't wait. These playoffs, boys, are going to be something special because I got news for you. There's a lot of big-time matchups in here. Everybody's talking about Ty Simpson. Listen, you got Ty Simpson. You got John Mateer. You got Beck. All these guys are going to get an opportunity to really show who the best quarterback is because they're all, you're talking about a lot of top-tier talent really facing off against each other. Like I said, I agree with you, boys. I don't have a problem with the Pavia comment. I wish he wouldn't have walked it back, but I think I know why he did.
Because it's classless. I can't believe you. I understand you feel the way you feel, but
listen,
dude, you're about to be a professional. That's not how professionals act.
Barry, we also saw Phillip Rivers literally doing the boo-hoo.
Did he say "fuck you"?
No, I get it.
All right, then. So what are we talking about? How are we justifying this punk kid saying "f the vote"?
So you're saying
okay.
But what you're saying is the 4-letter adjective is worse than literally to the player that you're tormenting saying boo-hoo whiner, get the fuck out of here. I don't think so.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think so. It's not an individual person. It's like voter base.
Right.
That's what
they football players, bro. They're not.
Walk into your job and say fuck your boss. See how long you got to.
But they football players though. They literally show up for interviews.
There's a difference between saying "fuck my boss" and saying, "You know what? I disagree with what my boss said or what he thought."
Heisman voters aren't his boss.
There's a difference.
Correct.
If
Heisman voters aren't his boss.
Then we can just end the conversation here. Then we good.
Heisman voters aren't his boss. So see that's a
but it's the same thing, Lord. If you go in and say "f your boss," then what do we do? You wouldn't get fired. If you go in and say, you know what, I disagree with
they're not firing him.
It's not a difference. Oh, no, it's all good. It's all good. He should feel the way he feels. Okay, all right.
As I said, I agree with him feeling how he feels. I agree with that. Okay, but as I've clearly stated, and I think Villain is on the same page, you cannot put that shit on social media and then walk it back.
You got to stand by it.
Here's the thing. The combine is coming up. He's going to have to answer about this particular thing from now until he gets drafted.
Yes,
If
he
he
will,
even
which
comes
means more teams are going to talk to him, investigate him, and find out that, you know what? He's not actually, he's only a day 3 quarterback because of his size. He actually, talent-wise, is way better than Mendoza. Okay, so he's going to get more people talking to him. He's going to get more eyes on him. There's going to be more people watching him. So whether it was an intended consequence or not, the unintended consequence is he's going to get some interviews he might not have otherwise have gotten, just so people can find out who he is. That's the unintended consequence. Okay, and we're going to stop equating sports to actual real life. We're going to stop doing that because those two things have nothing in common. You can get away with a whole lot of things.
I think it totally does. You're basically interviewing for a job. You're interviewing for a job. It just happens to be a different
type of job. Hold on. If you go out there and run and drunk drive and kill somebody while you're in the company car, you ain't getting another job at that company. But if you're in the NFL, you got drunk drive, run people down, and they give you 3 games off. Okay,
which is also wrong. Which is wrong. We
life.
Talked about that though. You cannot use that as a measuring stick.
For real life. We can't keep talking about, well, what if your job? Because this is a whole different animal when it comes to that, and what you can and cannot get away with. It's a whole different animal. So we got to stop doing that.
Yeah, I can't. I
can't. I respect your opinion on, but I can't vibe with that.
Okay, I'm gonna send you to jail for all kinds of assaults, and then we're gonna take you back in the company after everybody knows the company you work for and you assaulted all these people. Hey, come on back, bro, because you're a great salesman. That don't happen in real life.
Yeah, dude. If you high up in the company and if you high enough in the company, yeah, absolutely.
You know what? You know what's gonna happen, bro? Y'all think I'm joking? Breaking news probably know more than we do. Diego Pavia went to Vanderbilt, bro. He's gonna get in them interviews and crush them. And if he don't succeed in the NFL, you know he's gonna be maybe one of our bosses. The dude went to Vanderbilt, bro. That's all I'm saying.
He'll be in the NFL.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he went to Vanderbilt.
I think he's actually a day 2 pick. I think he's a second round talent, but his size is gonna make him a day 3 pick.
They're gonna get him in the room.
He's a fourth rounder to me. I think.
No, he's not.
Brian, what do you think?
Talent-wise, he's a second rounder.
It is hard because you know what? The one thing I will say for CK, if you guys like advanced analytics, Diego Pavia is the 5th rated quarterback in all of college football per PFF stats. Like collectively, the one area he struggles in immensely is pressure, specifically right up the middle, and that's specifically because he's short. So it depends, his success will largely depend on where he goes, just like with anybody, and what the scheme looks like, right? Have we ever seen a 5'11 quarterback? I don't know. Russell Wilson, he was pretty successful. Brock Purdy, 6 foot. Drew Brees literally stood on his tippy toes to see over his offensive lineman's head. It's possible. I'm not saying he's going to be that, but to say he's got no talent would be a vast underestimation of who he is as a player this year. But I do think he has some physical limitations, which CK's already pointed out.
Yeah, I don't think anybody questions his talent. And I know I don't want to beat this too much longer. I don't think anybody questions his talent. I just don't see him as a definitely not a day 1. Like a first rounder, and I just don't see him in the second or third round. I see him in the 4th round, maybe 5th.
Yeah, I think 4th, 5th round, like you said, and that's only because when you look at the quarterback class, it's fairly deep. It's just not super top heavy, right? It's not. It doesn't have the Penix. It doesn't have even the JJ McCarthy or the Drake Mays. It doesn't have those kind of guys. But there's a lot of guys kind of sprinkled in that are potential round 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's like how they play out is largely going to depend on what pro days, what senior bowls, what combines look like.
And how desperate the team is, because there isn't one first round guaranteed surefire quarterback coming out in this draft. But there's going to be at least 3 that go in the first round that really shouldn't be first rounders. because
You
they're
know,
projects. Because they're
looking
projects.
forward
Not
to
talented, but because
Who
they're
are
projects.
the 5 quarterbacks, Brian? Who are the 5?
Ron talk.
Well, nobody's going to agree with my list, but I'm going to let you know right now. I got Ty Simpson at 5. A lot of people have him at 4. Way
Mhm.
too inconsistent. If you go just based off the first month and a half of the season, he's probably the best quarterback in college football. But the last
Sure.
month has looked horrific. So I got him at 5. Number 4, I got Garrett Nussmeier. I think a lot of his issues that he had this year are lenely related to injuries. The abdomen injury, you had the patella injury to start the season. Number 3, I got Lenore Sellers. He could be much higher, but he needs additional development. But from just a projectability standpoint, he's probably the number 1 quarterback in the class. When you just talk about physical tools and physical traits and what he could be. Number 2, I got Dante Moore. And I only have him at 2 because I have some concerns about a guy that's 6'2", listed at 205, but when you look at him, he looks like he's probably more like 185, and his ability to hold up. And then number 1, I have Fernando Mendoza. You know, the bottom line is he played 1 year in Indiana. It looked really good. He played at Cal. He's the only quarterback in this class that's got, that's kind of in that quote unquote upper echelon that has 25 plus starts. You know, you look at a guy like Ty Simpson who has 10 starts. It's going to be really hard to especially if he gets knocked in round 1 of the playoffs here, to feel comfortable taking him at pick 5 or pick 10 when you only have a 10 or 11 game sample size.
Yeah, so looking forward to combing through that video and editing that and getting that out here in a couple weeks. But we are here talking about Ty Simpson and the playoffs, man. So let's pick this first little round here. We got 1 game on Friday. We got 3 games on Saturday. Oklahoma, Alabama. Where's your head at? Breaking news. Talk to me, man. Where's your head at, big dog?
Yeah, so I actually, this is my favorite matchup of round 1, and then not solely just because of the 2 quarterbacks playing. Although, John Mateer is literally, outside of Lenore Sellers, I think he's the most interesting quarterback, in collegiate football, right? Like, he can make things happen. I think for Alabama to win, they need to keep Mateer in the pocket. He does have some kind of quirky arm angles, some quirky, mechanics, and he can oftentimes, be a little inaccurate with the football. But if you let this guy get out in space and you let him get on the move and throw on the run, it's going to be a problem. And Ty Simpson, I think Oklahoma just needs to bring the pressure, which they do pretty well. I'd be a little concerned about whether or not Ty Simpson crumbles under the pressure. I would pick Oklahoma to win this one. I'm going to say by 10.
Yeah, if you need any more reassurance about where Todd Simpson is and how he deals with pressure, look at what took place versus Georgia. They just beat them the hell up, and I for one am slightly frustrated at the fact that Alabama's in this position. I too am picking Oklahoma to win this one pretty comfortably. I mean, they played them early on in the year, 1-2. So these are 2 teams that are very familiar with each other. Excuse me, yeah, Oklahoma 1-2. Excuse me. So, but it's Alabama, man. I mean, it's Oklahoma. These again. If Ron Shea Ball, 2 teams know each other, man. Villain, talk to me, man. You got Oklahoma, Alabama on Friday, man. Where's your head at, big dog?
Yeah, I think this is to you guys' point. I think it's an interesting matchup. I think Ty Simpson has to step it up. I've been very disappointed his last month, probably his last 6 games. Didn't play really well against Georgia. I think, to your point, the pressure gets to him. I think blitzes. I think the packages kind of confuse him a little bit. I don't think he sees the coverage or sees the pressure coming very well and can't adjust. I think Oklahoma, their defense have to play big. They have to play fast. They have to play in the backfield to get this one. I actually like Oklahoma in this game. I think Oklahoma is probably going to take this game from Alabama. I think if the defense plays like they did, I think they had a decent game. I think it was it the Ole Miss game? They played pretty solid. I think there was one game I saw them that they actually played really well. So I think that's enough to really put like Ty Simpson in a blender. I just don't like what I've seen from him lately. So I like Oklahoma in this game.
I feel you. CK, man, where's your head at with this one, man? Oklahoma, Alabama, man.
Y'all really gonna make me take this terrible damn school. Really
they're the only two teams you can pick from in this game.
Okay, both of those quarterbacks.
He calls for an upset.
Both of those quarterbacks,
yeah,
are inconsistent and will and are. Y'all know what I'm gonna say? They Carson Beck et al. Same as the guys last year. They're gonna throw an interception at the worst possible moment because they panic. If Alabama would just run the damn ball, Alabama could win the game. Period. End of story. Because Oklahoma can't stop the damn run. I watched Oklahoma get run on this year. I watched it happen. I'm going to take Alabama because I think Kalen DeBoer is not stupid enough to depend on Ty Simpson to win this game, like he did against Georgia. Instead of running the ball and running the ball and running the ball, he kept throwing the ball. Okay? Excuse me, -3 rushing yards, bro. Come on. Alabama can run the ball. If they run the ball, they'll win. If he depends on Ty Simpson, then John Mateer's going to throw an interception to lose the game for Alabama.
All right, so we got 2 for Oklahoma, 1 for Alabama. Larry, where'd your head at, big dog?
One, I'm gonna say I hate to see a repeat game again.
You say that a lot, sir.
Yeah, I do, because I don't want to see the same teams keep playing each other over and over again. It's the point of the playoffs. But I'm gonna go with Oklahoma just because I just want to see Alabama go home. They don't even deserve to be there. They don't deserve to be in the playoffs. I just want to see them get sent home quick.
That's your opinion.
They don't deserve.
I mean, they really don't. I mean, I can't be mad at that.
I like tweaking them. He doesn't like messing with me.
I hope it's a blowout. I hope it's one of them games that people have to be like, you know what? I'm turning it on. I'm going to watch a rerun and don't want to even see the rest of the game.
Golly. All right, so we pretty much got Oklahoma winning this one pretty handily. Villain, you gave your pick, right?
Yeah, I like Oklahoma in this game. I just don't think I think Chandler's right. Alabama, they're just not as physical. Not as physical as they've been on offense and defense. You know what I mean? So not that they're soft. I just feel like they just get away from it to Unk's point. When they want to run the ball, they can.
Say it with your chest.
They're
soft.
No way.
They're just inconsistent, man. There's games you could point to this year where they look like one of the 2 or 3 best teams in the nation, and then there's other games where they look like they're lost. And it's like, is this the same team that I just watched 4 weeks ago? Like, what happened? But I mean, OU, like, and I'm not debating Chandler, but like, OU is pretty good at stopping the run, and I do think Ty Simpson is going to have to make plays in this game. That's what it's going to come down to. And OU's pretty good at getting after the quarterback. So, like I said, I think it's going to come down to the quarterback play. I have a little bit more confidence in Mateer just because he's a little bit more elusive and being able to extend plays, but it could be interesting.
He makes some really good throws, Brian. Like I've seen him make some pretty good tight window throws, some gutsy throws on third down. So
he makes some crazy throws though too, man. I watched him make it looked like a Brett Saberhagen, like his knuckles almost hit the ground, like trying. I mean, some of the throws he makes are just wild. But just a fun fact for you guys, and I'm sure Unk probably knows this. You know, talking about Ty Simpson and how big this game is for him, you know, people never talk about, like, you know, guys coming back. Remember, Alabama got highly touted Keelan Russell, who was like one of the 2 or 3 highest rated recruits coming out of the class last year, recruitment class. I've heard a lot of noise just going through talking to different scouts, things that like Alabama is dead set on this kid starting next year. So, I mean, Simpson really may be making an audition either to make the jump to the NFL or potentially have to transfer if he knows he's not got another opportunity. It's going to be an interesting playoff.
In that case, he needs to ball out.
He's going to Florida. He's going to Florida.
Who?
Ty Simpson's going to be Florida's next quarterback if he's smart.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, DJ's leaving, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
Ledway's
Summerall
leaving.
is a good offensive mind. Simpson would be smart to go to Florida for one more season, stay there one more season, get some more seasoning, and then come out next year's draft.
Where do you think DJ's going to go?
He's probably thinking anywhere but Florida.
Well, they already started. He's going to land somewhere in Texas.
He needs to go to a coach that can actually get him.
You think Texas A&M?
Nah,
No.
I would say if he lands anywhere, it might be go Cougs.
No, I see him going to a school that nobody's thinking about. Actually, I see him trying to go to Indiana.
I mean, Mendoza is coming out.
Indiana or
That's not
Vanderbilt.
terrible.
Nebraska's not a bad option either.
Yeah, but that Nebraska has a terrible coach. So
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, exactly. I don't think he wants to go there. I mean, I wouldn't doubt the West Coast too. Maybe like USC or something like that.
I was gonna ask you guys. I mean, because obviously, he's familiar with the SEC. Like, you mentioned Florida, so maybe not them. But I was thinking, like, what about Miami or Clemson? Like, kind of that down there. Like, because we already know Beck's gonna leave. They're gonna be in the market for a quarterback.
I don't think Dabo plays that kind of game. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But Dabo needs to play that kind of game. That's the problem. Dabo needs.
That's
to play
his
that
biggest
game.
problem.
Yeah,
Miami is not a bad place for him, or Duke.
Right.
I'd like to see him go play for Manny Diaz.
Well, and because
Duke,
I think with the thing I like about Miami with him is because, like, Miami always has receivers. I feel like that's where he struggled, right, was to find people to throw to. Like, if you watched a lot of the games this year, I mean, even when he would buy time, he wasn't getting any separation from his receivers.
Right.
So I would love to see him go somewhere where he had some talent around him. And I'd even say the same thing for, like, Lenore Sellers, looking at the advanced stats. One stat that stuck out to me like a sore thumb, everybody talks about how bad he's been and needs to develop. In the entire nation, he was the number one pressured quarterback. He was pressured on 49% of his dropbacks.
Yeah,
like,
Sellers
how does anybody be successful when you're basically, hurried on one every two dropbacks?
Yeah,
the North Sellers need to go to the NFL, sit on the bench, and be developed.
No.
I think he needs one more year.
I'm saying it from the standpoint of, like, real talk, breaking news. You probably watch more college football than all of us. Who has thrown the better balls? I'm talking about deep, medium, and intermediate routes this year in college football.
Byron Bowen, South Florida.
Sellers, bro. Dude, Sellers.
There's a few quarterbacks that can throw a good deep ball, but I actually agree with CK. I think Sellers needs to go somewhere where he can start and there's talent around him and the offensive line actually blocks.
Well, he's already agreed to come back to South Carolina, so that's a moot point.
Yeah,
they just admin over money right now.
That's unfortunate, man.
Moving right along, gentlemen.
Arch is coming back, so I think that's a good move for him. I think.
He better hope a whole offensive line comes through the portal.
Well, actually, you better hope that he gets another coach besides Sark, but that's a whole other conversation.
Right?
Yeah, well.
So we got 3 games on Saturday. First one, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Texas A&M versus Miami. I'm going to reverse order for this one, man. CK, where's your head at, big dog?
Texas A&M is going to boat race Miami. They're going to boat race them because Miami shouldn't be in the playoff. They're going to get boat raced. Okay? I like everything about A&M, and number one is that defense. Man, listen. It's going to get ugly quick. You want to talk about, Larry, you talking about the game that you want to cut off in the first quarter? That's the game, bro.
Texas, Miami, Texas A&M, Miami. So you got this one getting ugly quickly.
Yes.
Villain, man, talk to me, man. Texas A&M, Miami. Where's your head at, big dog?
What's the line in that game?
Let me go back and check because I think
it's only like 3 points, something like that.
Is it like 3 points? I like A&M too. I think this isn't going to be
Texas A&M -3.5.
Sorry. -3.5.
Yeah, that's what I got. I think it's going to be a better game than you think, but I think Texas is going to beat them up. I think it's going to be close early, and then Texas is going to beat them up in the second half and impose their will. I think because Miami's fast, they do have speed, and it's not going to be too big of a game for them. But you know, like I know, Beck is going to be back. He's gonna give away what the two. I think the line is 3.5 points. I think the line on him is 2.5 turnovers. Right. So you know what I mean. So I think he's gonna back his way and blow this game for these guys. But I think that's how it's gonna happen. They're gonna pull away. They'll cover. I think they'll cover. I think they'll win by like 6. Like probably. I think they'll pull away and probably win by like 13 points.
Oh wow. Okay. All right, that works. That works. I'm going with Texas A&M. I think that defense was the truth. I think Miami is a fraudulent bunch. I'm shocked that the line is as close as it is. But again, odd shaped ball, anything can happen on a neutral site. So we will see. Breaking news. Where's your head at, big dog?
Yeah, I initially felt a lot like CK did, but like diving into the numbers a little deeper, I still kind of lean Texas A&M. But I think there's going to be two major key items that are going to determine this race. So the first thing being Miami is in the top 15 in collegiate football in third down conversion percentage at 47.9%. Texas A&M is the number one defense at getting off the field on third downs. Opponents completing less than 23%, right? So getting Miami into third and manageable to where Texas A&M, as CK put it, cannot just pin their ears off and tee off because that defense will get after it. You cannot just leave Beck back there on 3rd and 10s, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. They're going to have to run the ball effectively. And if you look at what Miami's offense has done this year, anybody who's looked even remotely, they're ranked like 76th in the NCAA in running the ball. So I think they need to have an aberration type game. I think this needs to be a game where they really stick to the running game, even if early it's not working out well. And they have to convert on third downs, and they need to tire out this Texas A&M defense. They need to keep them on the field. This is not like a one-play strike. They need long, sustained drives in order to win this game. And I think University of Miami can do that. Do I think they will? Probably not. But that's the blueprint on how they would have a chance.
I feel you. Larry, talk to me, big dog. Miami, Texas A&M, where'd your head at?
Man, I'm gonna be watching Martin by the second quarter.
My man said Martin.
He said
I'm gonna be watching.
Damn it, Jada.
Martin. I'm gonna be looking for rental spoons, man. By the second quarter. Hey,
Cole, you stupid.
Dude, man.
You stupid, Cole.
What does Carson Beck do, man? Carson Beck, man, that boy got more turnovers than Cracker Barrel. Man, that's what he do, man. He turn over.
Somebody check his bank account because he bet me over.
Dude, he gonna be applying for a 7-year eligibility because his draft stock is plummeting. But like I say, and even though they've been winning games, you know how they start winning games? They start managing his mistakes. That's how they start winning. Like the last couple of games, like I say, breaking news, you look at it more than me, but he's barely been throwing it like 10 times a game. It seemed like 10. And that's how they've been winning games.
Like
yeah, and you're gonna feed right into the Texas A&M defense if you do that, bro. And it's the playoffs. Who knows what's happening? But if you look at Carson Beck's history, his history says interception, fumble, throw a touchdown, and then I'll throw another interception. So I'm going A&M.
All right, we'll take a clean sweep across the board. Next up, we got Tulane versus Ole Miss. The line on this one is 17.5. I mean, do we really need to break down this one? Does anybody think that
I'm going Tulane? I'm going Tulane. Throw a little anarchy. Throw a little anarchy.
Okay,
yeah, because
Tulane.
that team, I think the team has a good feeling, like not Tulane, Ole Miss, because of everything that happened with Lane Kiffin. But I'll take the points. 17.5. I'll take it.
Yeah.
See, Tulane lost early in the season when the quarterback who was at BYU was still getting used to living in Louisiana, okay, and getting used to playing for that coach. That's a good coach. Tulane has some inexplicable losses. which is why I don't think he's going to be great in Florida, that coach, because he loses games he shouldn't, but he also wins games he shouldn't.
Mm-hmm. Is he coaching? Is he coaching?
Yes, he's coaching. He's
coaching.
coaching.
Yeah.
They're going okay.
I think Tulane is going to win mainly because the kids at Ole Miss are going to be trying so hard to prove they don't need Lane. And sometimes when you try so hard in sports to do something, you look like you're not trying because you're trying too hard. I think this is one of those try too hard games for Ole Miss, and I think they look completely
lost.
I lost the word, but you all know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think
outmatched. I got you.
Yeah, so I think Tulane wins this game on the last second field goal.
Here's the funny thing: I'm taking Tulane in the points, but I think Ole Miss wins it. I will say this: the whole Lane Kiffin thing is going to be the proverbial dark cloud over this particular game. I think the over under. I was looking at prop bets before today's game, before today's show. Prop bets on how many times they mention Lane Kiffin is that like 6.5.
Take the over.
I may have taken the over or whatever, but
he don't know how much he wouldn't know how much the money line is on that, right? I didn't do it for the money.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to.
It was I just think that Ole Miss has the more talented players. And with this game being at home for Ole Miss, I just honestly believe that the rally, the home atmosphere, the everything is going to lean Ole Miss's direction, and they will find a way to get a win, and kind of stick it to Lane Kiffin. I mean, to CK's point, there's a lot of tryhards there. But I think they're gonna find a way to get it done. But I'm definitely taking the points, and there's no way they beat about 17.5, man.
I'll gamble.
We need to talk about that. Villain, talk to me, man. Do you already give your prediction?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, make sure I go ahead and order breaking news.
Yeah, so I feel different, man. I would love to, be on the same page with you boys, but I think Ole Miss wins, and I think they cover. I really like this kid Trinidad Chambliss. I believe he was a 1-star high school recruit, went to junior college, looked really good in JUCO, got the opportunity. I think he's looked really good in his 1-year opportunity here in Ole Miss. And I just think, if when you look at just how this offense performs, even if they have a drive or two, let's say things stall out, I still think they're going to score 35. I don't see the only comparable team on Tulane's roster. I believe, and I'm mistaken. If I mistaken, I apologize. I believe they played like one really good school like early on, and I want to say they lost by like 30. I don't remember the school, so I apologize.
They played Ole Miss.
There you go.
Played Ole Miss. They lost 45-10.
I just remember that in the back of my mind, and I just remember looking at it like, this looks like middle schoolers playing high schoolers. Like they did everything they wanted to. They could run the ball, they could pass the ball, they could play defense, and I just think this is one of those scenarios. I love the opportunity that these power conference teams get that maybe wouldn't make the playoffs otherwise. But this is going to be one of those games where Ole Miss wins by 20.
Yeah, I forgot they played them in the regular season. But yeah, so they
yeah, I remember, like in the back of my mind, I was like, I remember they played a pretty good team, and they literally lost by like 25 or 30.
Yeah, so.
But you know what I'm gonna tell y'all, and this is where I'm gonna stick with my Tulane pick, regardless if you like him, regardless if you don't like him. Lane Kiffin is a damn good college coach, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go even further. Do y'all not know that the teams that have fired or replaced their coach have won 25% of their games? 25%. It's gonna be a big difference. It's like, I think it's gonna be one of the missing, and I'm gonna bring him up, even though I don't care. We talk about whatever here. It's like when you saw the Michigan team without Harbaugh. Mm-hmm. They were barely putting up 8, 9, 10 points a game, barely beating guys. Teams that they were supposed to blow out, they were struggling with. So I don't think you're gonna see the same Ole Miss team with Lane Kiffin gone.
I will say this though. I mean, I understand. I think that particular situation will come to play in the following round, where I feel as though coaching actually is going to kind of matter. At this particular point in the first round, I think talent on talent. I think just Ole Miss's talent is just going to outshine.
I mean, but
Lane. Not to mention they are familiar with them too. I mean, they played on this Tulane team in week like 3 or 4.
It matters, but
it is. It's different team, but same boys in the helmets. You feel me?
Yeah, but you've lost the play caller. The one thing, Lane Kiffin isn't a great college coach. He's a great offensive college coach.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's a play caller. He's all plays out his ass.
Yes, and we don't know. And see, they brought back Charlie Weiss Jr. Let's be honest. Lane Kiffin was calling the damn plays. I don't care who was offensive coordinator. Lane Kiffin was calling the plays. So you can have all the offensive coaches you want. They're not Lane Kiffin when it comes to offense. And that's where John Summerall, now the playing field is level, in my opinion. That's where the playing field is level, because Lane will call some plays, bro. You're like, okay, I see you. I don't like you, but I see you.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. But yeah, we can go. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a better game than people giving it credit for.
Like I said, I mean, the line is 17.5. I'm laying the points there. So I don't think that at all. And finally, we got.
You're laying the points or you're taking the points?
I'm taking the points. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Taking the points.
Sorry. I had to clarify for the people.
Yeah, appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? JMU, Oregon. That's
the one we ain't got to talk about.
Yeah, that's a 21. I'm taking all the points. Like,
I love James Madison, but that's a boat race, baby. That's a boat race.
Right now to pick from them. So believe me,
I'm picking up. Said JMU. Let's go.
Get out of here.
I wish they would, bro. I really wish they would.
Put your money on that. Put your weight on.
Can I just say though, like seriously, that like of all the teams, as good as Ole Miss is, as good as Texas A&M and Miami and Oklahoma and Alabama are, the worst possible matchup, right? The worst possible matchup that James Madison could have had is Oregon.
Yep.
And it's not even close, right? Because Oregon from a speed spin, they're the only team that the way that James Madison wants to play is basically outflank you, right? They're faster, they got athletes, you can't out athlete Oregon.
No.
Right? They play the same exact game as Oregon does, and the defense already goes up against it. Or I want to say James Madison, I think they're like 240 to 250 yards per game of their offense comes rushing. They're not going to be able to do that versus Oregon. Mm-hmm. So you're going to see a lot more passing, which is not what they're comfortable with. Unfortunately, I agree with Chandler. I think that we're probably looking at, like, honestly, maybe, a little bit of a mercy killing, although Oregons don't usually do that. I think we're probably looking at like 55-10. Seriously.
Yeah, this is gonna get
for a playoff game. When you got a line of 21 points in a playoff game, we got a
12 turnovers and return 6 of them touchdowns.
That ain't happening. That ain't happening.
That's what it would take, though. That's what it would take, though.
Yep. That's what I want. I want to see that.
Oregon at home.
12 extra possessions. 12 extra possessions.
I want to see that. I want to see that happen.
Jesus.
I want it to be a monsoon, and Oregon don't know how to play in the track meet. We saw what happened when they had to go play. Was it Penn State in that monsoon? Yeah. Yeah.
They won that damn game, by the way. They won it. So.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same, bro.
That was the beginning of the end of my season, but we'll talk about that another time. All right, so those are the 4 games, man. We got Alabama, Oklahoma, Miami, Texas A&M, Tulane, Ole Miss, and JMU versus Oregon. to start off college football playoff, man, and then they kick back off.
Wait, serious. Wait.
What?
I hate to cut you off, bro. If we talking about college football and the bowls, bro, I cannot. I don't know if y'all
I'm
saw
not
it.
done. I'm not done.
Go ahead.
He's gonna talk about the bowl games.
Yeah, but I would. Hey, look, I went back and watched it. What they did to Prairie View A&M, that was a travesty, bro. That was a travesty, bro.
Are you kidding me?
That was not a touchdown.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, bro. No, bro. My bad, Aaron. Hey, I know we're talking about football, but that game is in the bank, bro. Dude, I don't care what they do moving forward, bro. They have to correct these horrible calls that are costing games, bro. I know how some people feel about it. Oh, it was SWAC team and all this other stuff. Bro, football players are football players. At the end of the day, everybody's watching Old Navy, Army, Navy. Everybody watches these games, bro. It's a lot of people that actually sat down and watched it. And I went back and watched it late at night on ESPN replay because everybody was talking about it. That was a good game. That was a really good game with a horrible ending. Horrible.
Yes. That was a great game. And it came down to terrible decisions by the head coaches on both sides. There was some terrible damn head coaching decisions made in that game. Terrible. Okay? Not terrible, as Fat Boy Barkley would say. Terrible. All right? But there is no way you can tell me that I hit the outside of the pylon, which is considered out of bounds.
And don't even want to review it. And don't want to
Bro.
Breathe.
Oh, by the way, he didn't hit the outside of the pylon till he was already out of bounds. So he hit out of bounds while he was out of bounds, and they gave him a touchdown.
But he inbounds for a touchdown. Make that make sense. Horrible. My bad, Aaron. Go ahead.
No, you good, big dog. You good. You good. So then the quarterfinals kicks off on New Year's Eve. We got Ohio State taking on the winner of the Texas A&M Miami game and the Cotton Bowl. Then January 1st, New Year, we got Texas Tech taking on the winner of Oregon and JMU, Indiana. So we got some stuff to talk about as we press on. Spinning the wheel, moving off of college football. We have some stuff to talk about NFL-wise, gentlemen. For the first time in a very, 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 very long time, a dude named Mahomes, Brady, or Manning is not participating in these playoffs for the AFC side because the Chiefs were eliminated on Sunday. We also had a bunch of injuries to talk about and kind of comb through. Mahomes towards ACL, Michael Parsons towards ACL. The Commanders are shutting down Jaden Daniels. Devontae Adams injured his hamstring, man. We could take this wherever you want to take it, man. Breaking news, man. Talk to me, man. This season is coming to a close rapidly.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is, if you go, rewind 10 weeks, everybody said Niner season was over, right? When they lost, when Brock Purdy was out and Bosa was out and Fred Warner went down. And what this shows you is in the NFL, it's not just this year, it's always a battle of attrition, right? Would we like to have our best players out there? Of course. But that's how your second string, your third string, that's how they get opportunities to shine. And some of these guys that are superstars, right? Like you mentioned, Micah Parsons, somebody is going to have to replace that man, right? Somebody's going to have to step up and try and fill those shoes. And you know what? This is what happens. You know what? By the time you get to the finish line in any season, nobody is 100% healthy. Don't let them fool you like, oh, the injury report shows everybody's banged up. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's nicked. Everybody has guys on IR. It's a battle of attrition. There's a reason why you have 22 guys on the field, but you have a 55-man roster or 53-man roster. There's a reason, right? So what you're seeing now is, second string, third string, guys that were on the practice squad getting opportunities and meaningful moments. And to be honest with you, obviously being an NFC guys, I'm all for it, right? You've got 9 teams right now that have 8 wins or better. You're going to have a 10-win team in the NFC that misses the playoffs.
Detroit.
I'm just saying there will be a 10-win team that misses the playoffs in the NFC. So this is what it's all about. It all comes down to every play, every moment, every action. And you know what? This is what these moments are for. Guys like Tatum Bethune, who I know, Larry, I know you know. Like these guys get an opportunity and all of a sudden they become a household name because they have 15 tackles in a game. Like I'm rooting for each and every one of these teams that their guys come in and really step up and we're like, wow, that's I remember the guy in the draft, but I forgot about it. I didn't realize he was in Green Bay, or I didn't realize he was, here. Now, as far as KC, yeah, I'm not feeling that way with Minshew. Sorry. Their season's over, but we've seen the Minshew show. We know what we're getting there, but I'm all for it. I know people hate it because they're like it affects the product. I'm all for battle of attrition. I'm all for warfare. I'm all for giving the young guys an opportunity in clutch moments. And it doesn't get any better than this. This season's been awesome.
This season has been interesting. I'm not going to necessarily say it's been awesome, but it's been very interesting and very, very unpredictable because it's just been very, very unpredictable. I mean, you got an Atlanta team starting off the week beating Tampa Bay, opening the door for the Carolina Panthers to, beat New Orleans and secure a playoff spot, take a lead. And then, the Saints have won a game they had no business winning. Cincinnati beat the brakes off of Baltimore on Thanksgiving, hung up a zillion points on Buffalo the week before, sitting at home and get shellacked, shut out 24 to goose egg. We got the New York Football Giants forgetting they're supposed to not win this ball game and actually looking like they're trying to win the damn thing versus the Commanders, who also needs to lose this ball game. I mean, this season has been topsy turvy. The game of the week, in my opinion, was watching the LA Rams and Detroit, both offenses going up and down, scoring all over the place. Dallas came back to earth after they were them boys and pumping their chest to get to the playoffs and this, that, and the third. You had them. You had J.J. McCarthy dropping dimes, looking like the reincarnation of his Michigan self. Like that game Sunday night was insane. I'd be remiss if I didn't, shout out the boys from last night doing work, beating the brakes off of Miami. That game was not even as close as the score would indicate. Buffalo came back from 21 down. I keep going about what just took place this week alone. This season has been interesting. Green Bay blowing that lead and losing not only the game, but Michael Parsons. Philadelphia got themselves a get-right game, beating the brakes off of, the Las Vegas Raiders, and now set themselves up to kind of take over and win the division if they win on Saturday, a game I'll be at working. So, San Fran struggled for a little bit, but then they got themselves right versus Tennessee. I mean, Seattle wins the ball game, but not scoring a touchdown. Like, what more need be said, man? These games were insane. But I see your point, breaking news. Like, it's not so much, making sure all the guys are healthy. That's why depth is important. That's why you draft. That's why you stack wins when you can get wins, because this time is coming. And you got to make sure you have enough hay in the barn. Villain, talk to me, man. This season is wrapping up and coming to an end. Week 15 is in the books. Your boys almost chucked your whole money up, man. Talk to me. Where's your head at, big dog?
Season was over a couple of weeks ago if you're a Giants fan.
I mean, true statement.
But no, listen, I was impressed with the Broncos. I thought that was an impressive win against a good team. I don't know about Jordan Love, man. Like, he could do a lot of good things, but there's a lot of easy throws that he misses, and I don't know. I don't know if you can trust him in the playoffs, but that NFC is going to be tough. What's it? Say that, bro?
Christian Watson's hurt again.
Again, man, which is unfortunate. Super talented. Obviously Micah Parsons' injury was tough pill to swallow if you're a Packers fan. With them, without him, they're a good defense. With him, they're a really good defense, and they're gonna miss him. But the best defense is in Texas, in Houston. That defense is unbelievable. They are relentless. So, impressed with them. Impressed with the Bills. Good comeback win.
on the road. A lot of Pats fans were feeling themselves in the first quarter. Boy,
There they was. There they was.
boy. Yeah,
I texted the
yeah.
dude. I was like, "Yo, Buffalo's in trouble. This is a wrap." I had to walk that back. Like,
a
hey,
few moments later. You know what I mean? Like
that's
it
right.
was.
A few moments later.
It's like, yo, let me talk to you. So, yeah, no, Josh Allen. I never saw a MVP vote sway in one game like that, but Drake May didn't look like he belonged, and Josh Allen looked like, yeah, you thought you knew something, but I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, so very impressive what he was able to do leading that comeback win. I was impressed with what I saw in that game. I was I laugh at Cowboys fans because they're so delusional. They really think like they them boys. And it's like, nah, man, you're not. This ain't your year, man. You're not ready. And they proved it again. They're just not ready. They're just not that good. Next year, I think they'll be set up a little bit better, but this ain't it. That NFC West is tough. Yeah. LG and Brian, y'all know that better than I do. Seattle defense can really get after it. For 49ers, they just keep quietly winning 10 games? Like quietly.
Ugliest 10 win team I've seen, but they got 10 wins.
Under the radar, 10 wins, right? Mm-hmm. So they're super impressive, and everybody knows about the Rams. I mean, Stafford is really putting himself in a position to where he's an MVP candidate and he's a Hall of Famer. Because I think after his Super Bowl win, we debated on shows, right? Serious, is Stafford a Hall of Famer or not? If he puts it together this season and gets that MVP, it's undeniable. I think he's having probably one of his best, if not his best, like most complete season.
I will say this though, like I don't want to cut you off real quick, but I will say this: if he goes out there this week on the road,
big game
in Seattle, and balls out without Devontae Adams.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, him. He won the Heisman. He won the MVP.
He won in the Heisman.
He won the Heisman.
He's winning both awards.
F these voters that they don't give him the Heisman.
Right, F these voters, right?
But I agree with you. That's going to be a really good game. And I agree with breaking news. You're going to have a team that, like Detroit, the D, good team, but, injuries they can't overcome. Some bad losses that they had this season. They're going to be a 10-win team and not make the playoffs. And listen, it's over for Kansas City. This iteration of Kansas City is over, and that's okay. Like, we saw different iterations of the Patriots win. I think it was 3 different iterations of the Patriots that won Super Bowls. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? This team, I don't think Mahomes plays next year.
No.
I don't. So it's going to be good for them to get a little farther back up in the draft, get some talent, get him some help on the offensive side. And I think I messaged you guys. I think I messaged you, Serious. Like, somebody check on Rashid Rice.
Yeah,
2 weeks in a row, he got his balloon popped.
Yeah,
somebody check on that.
He ain't all there. CT's real. We talk about it. CT's real. That man got rocked. Yeah. And
last thing, I'll leave it at this. I'm really impressed with the Jaguars, man. I think the coach finally got Trevor Lawrence on the right track. And I think he said it was going to take some time. The offensive was going to struggle early in the season and catch their stride. They're starting to catch their stride. Yeah, they beat the Jets, but that's a good team. They've been playing some good football in the last month or so, winning some good games. Trevor Lawrence has looked really good. ETN really looks like an NFL running back right now, and that defense is flying around. So I'm really impressed with that Jaguars team. Respect for them.
I'm not going to throw shade at Jacksonville as a Steelers fan. I just can't talk positively about them.
What did they do to you?
My hatred for Jacksonville.
Blake Bortles.
Deep, man. It goes back to Mark Brunell when he was there. The brother that played there, his name just escaped. I see his face.
Oh, Leftwich?
Nah,
Yeah.
no, not Leftwich. The other brother that played there. His name escapes. I'm gonna think about it.
Gerard?
Yeah,
Gerard?
David Garrard. David
Gerrard.
Garrard. He used to eat us up. Fred Taylor used to
Everybody
eat
eat
us up.
y'all up, man. Ain't nobody thinking
Keenan
about y'all.
Yeah.
McCardell. And those,
Everybody eats all plate, man. Ain't nobody thinking about y'all, man.
Yeah, whatever, dude. So yeah, but real talk, they have been balling, and we sat here on this very network at the beginning of the year and said this is a put up or shut up year for Trevor Lawrence. And I'm not putting him in the MVP category because I don't think he is that, but he has definitely solidified himself as being one of the guys at the quarterback position in this league, and it does help. I think, Larry, you say this a lot. Coaching matters. You know what I'm saying? You get the right guy with the right system, and catch a little bit of luck and some breaks, and you could do some things, man. So, Larry, talk to me, big dog, man. Week 15's in the books. Them Niners came out with a win. Brock Purdy looked like himself. We had a Ricky Pearsall sighting. Surprise! We ain't seen that one in a couple weeks.
And he
Your
got
boy
hurt.
your boy Jennings got in the box a couple times, man. Where's your head at, big dog?
Dude, I told y'all, man, we don't need IU. Jennings, as long as we re-sign him, we good. I love it, dude. I actually won money with my Niners. Hey, CK, remember those Vegas bets? One of those Vegas bets was the Niners winning 10 games.
Okay.
I'm loving
Hit
it.
the futures
I'm loving
giant.
it. I'm loving it. Yes, I gotta go cash out on that. But I'll say this: the best thing the weekend was the Cowboys are done. The Cowboys are done. There's no way they're gonna win the division. All the Eagles gotta do is win one game, and they're done.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs are done. The thing that really kind of killed me this weekend, and y'all heard me say it over and over and over. I get what you're saying, breaking news. You want to see some of these backup guys, but I want to see some of these stars. And it's like, what would be the odds that we would lose two of the top players in the league in the same weekend?
To the same injury.
Yeah. Like, dude, the NFL needs to, like I said, I think we said it a couple of weeks ago. The NFL needs to investigate ACL injuries. Why are guys popping ACLs so easy, just running? Like, did y'all forget how to run?
I mean, I think part of the problem is when you're 6'3", 260 pounds, and you run, 4.5, and you're starting and stopping the way that these guys do.
They've always done that. They've always done that. The
Larry,
problem
I'm sorry. Players are getting bigger and faster, and they're not guys that played linebacker back in the day were like 6'4", 260 and ran like a 5 flat. It's a different game than it was 25 years ago.
But they're also in shorts and t-shirts 6 days of the week, and they're running around, and they're not doing any of the hitting and the running and getting your body used to actually running at full speed. They don't do any of that anymore. They go through walkthroughs like 3 times a week, and then you're expected to go out and play a physical game on Sunday. It's not the same. And I get it. I get what you're saying. But I think that the practicing has something to do with it, because once they cut back on the practicing is when all the injuries start occurring. That's if you go back, what was it, like 15 years ago when they collective bargaining, when they decided, we're not gonna practice like that because we don't care about getting our fair share of money. We just don't want to practice. Like, that's when you start seeing all these injuries popping up. And it's sad because I want to see Green Bay with Michael Parsons in the playoffs. I want to see, I don't know, Patrick Mahomes could have pulled it out and they could have some kind of way got in the playoffs or something. I don't know. I just want to see it. I'll pivot a little bit. I love what Josh Allen did. Josh Allen did a good thing. But I had a conversation with some guys today, and I said this is the Texans' best chance at winning a championship, hands down.
It's the Bills' best chance at winning the championship.
That defense is, Brian. It's looking like that old Niners defense. They are head hunting. They're causing turnovers. If you're a quarterback and you're in the pocket, you got 2 seconds. That ball need to be gone because you can't sit back there. And they're deep. They're having guys that are second and third string guys making big plays. And we all know defense can win you a championship. as good as Josh Allen looked this weekend, he lost to the Texans. That was fresh. That was what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, almost 2 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So I feel like, and I get it. It got a lot of things they got to play out, but I think that this is their best opportunity to try to win one. And I get it. Jacksonville's a game up on them, but hey, just get in the dance and see what happens, because the AFC is kind of wide open.
Wide open.
Yeah, so wide open. NFC, on the other hand, it's our division. Who would have thought we're probably gonna have 3 12-win teams in the NFC West. Yeah, NFC West. Three 12-win teams. How often does that happen in football?
Well, hopefully Seattle wins this week. And
That's
we take care of
us.
business. And you know what? We can battle it out with them on the last week of the season.
Well, I'm saying if things shake out the way they shake out, we could literally have 3 12-win teams in the division. Yeah.
I mean,
crazy.
The Rams
12 plus win.
That's crazy.
The Rams already got 11.
Yeah. So does Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah, you could see them winning another game and us winning 2 more games and have 3 12-win teams in the same division. That is crazy.
So we just gonna continue with this NFC West love fest, I see.
Yeah, dude. Hey, look, they winning, bro. Hey, look, we're not gonna talk about your Jets. We're not gonna go there.
That's what it is.
I'm gonna talk about my Jets. I'm just waiting for y'all to get done.
You know what I'm gonna say? Hey, dude,
don't do it, CK.
This is gonna be my final thing about NFC, right? How in the hell, Barry, are your Giants in the position to draft first over CK's Jets? How is that possible? Can you be that bad, man?
I don't want to talk.
Dude, hey, look, y'all gonna have y'all fair pickings. Y'all better be glad that the Texans didn't want a first for that Jackson Dart trade, bro. Because, dude, that would have came back and bit y'all. Because right now, y'all looking like y'all gonna draft first.
Yeah. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about the Giants. It just depresses me.
It's a tough watch.
Your Giants are on the clock.
like seriously, if I have to watch like Darius Slayton drop another pass or Jackson Dart get helped off the field with another injury, or hear about Abdul Carter doesn't show up to meetings and doesn't take it seriously, and like I can't do it. I'm just tired. Like, you know how depressed I was knowing that the Giants didn't have a bye week this Sunday. like seriously, I was like, my wife's like, we had snow up here, so we didn't go to church. We did it online, and then afterwards, like, I'm gonna get ready to go to the store. Oh, the Giants playing today? I was like, she just ruined my whole mood because I had a good sermon. It was a good sermon about
felt uplifted and everything.
Yeah, look, I felt uplifted and everything, and God lifted me and all that. And then my wife just said, "Are the Giants playing today?" I was like,
"Get thee behind me, Satan!"
I know, get thee behind me, like. Oh my God! Like it just sucked the air right out of the room. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I want to say one thing too. That was really. I'm really proud of the Commanders for shutting down Jaden Daniels, bro. Like they should have been.
I was
been back on the
that,
they had no choice. They had no choice.
No.
That's a non-throwing.
Trying to bring him back.
Yes. I don't care if it's a non-throwing. That was gruesome, and he should have never saw the rest of the field for the rest of the year. And
or at least had like one of them braces on, right?
After he got hurt playing Seattle, he should not have taken another down until OTAs in 2026.
Yep.
Unc, what do you think?
CK.
Go ahead and finish, Barry.
Nah,
I'm depressed.
I'm
depressed.
He's depressed.
It's the Jets show.
Talk to me, CK.
We'll start with just the sheer stupidity of some of these coaches. I'm sorry, bro. Why does Mike McDaniel still have a job? Why does Kevin Stefanski still have a job? Because let me see, it's 22 below zero. The winds are 60 miles an hour. So I'm going to have my rookie quarterback throw 35 times.
Didn't he
With
didn't
the
he
wrong
not have the
wristband.
right
With
wristband?
the wrong wristband.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you not like seriously, like we are all saying like it's a conspiracy that they're sabotaging this kid, and part of us is like, nah, they wouldn't really be sabotaging. He ain't had the right wristband.
They took that shit at pregame and they gave him the wrong wristband.
There's no part of me that says they wouldn't, because I've watched teams sabotage players before. I've watched coaches sabotage players. I've watched general managers sabotage coaches. John Izzik, I'm talking to you. Okay. I've watched Sean Payton with his team winning sit his quarterback. So I've watched this play out before. Okay. It is obvious Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry don't want Shedeur Sanders on that roster. Unfortunately for them, the owner did, and the kid keeps playing and showing you that he deserves, especially with this quarterback class, to be your starting quarterback next season, because this is a weak quarterback class. But okay, then we got Cam Ward. You getting team media people removed from the plane because you said don't celebrate a win where we barely won and we still stink. And you got veteran players talking about, man, don't pay attention to what the quarterback said. Enjoy this win. That should have been reported, because that speaks to the level of dysfunction in Tennessee. When you got the quarterback saying, hey, don't get too happy because we won a game that we supposed to have lost because we played bad enough to lose. And you got a veteran saying, ignore him. That's a problem. That's a problem. Oh, and now and then you got, I don't know, this Aaron Parcells, Aaron Lombardi. Okay.
Aaron Reed, right?
Who can't keep his lies straight. Can't keep his lies straight. He started the season saying, me and Steve Wilkes, we're gonna collaborate on the defense. Defense is trash. You trade away your good defensive players, and then it's no. It's all Steve Wilkes defense. I ain't got nothing to do with it, bro. I'm just the head coach. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't got nothing to do with that. And then you fire the defensive coordinator because, hey man, why you looking at me? It's all him. I confess he did it. Okay. But I get people keep talking, give him another year. Aaron Glenn should be fired now. Not now, yesterday. Should have been fired yesterday. Okay.
Into the sun.
Pete Carroll isn't in charge in Oakland. I told y'all at the beginning of the season when they had Chip Kelly there, which is why I said Ashton Genty went to the wrong team. Now we got people saying, is Ashton Genty really that good? He went to a team with an offense coordinator who doesn't like backs who run between the tackles. And no one can understand why they weren't giving him the ball. Pete Carroll, you're 73 years old. Were you scared of Chip Kelly? He's 85, bro. I think you could take him. So you fired Chip Kelly, but you still don't give Ashton Genty the ball. So at this point, Peter, listen, senility, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't know what the hell's going on in Oakland. There's obviously a power struggle, which Kyle is going to lose because Tom Brady, to me, is starting to look like Michael Jordan, a great player who thinks he's smarter than everybody and thinks he can manage. Oh, I know how to build a team. No, you don't, bro. You really don't, because you wanted Geno Smith there, really, and then you wanted Chip Kelly there, really. Now Pete Carroll, you got Ashton Genty, but you really okay. It's so much terrible stuff, and I'm so tired of people saying, well, they pay these guys, they must know what they're doing. No, they don't know what the hell they're doing. And if you're a sports fan and you still subscribe to the theory that just because some guy is managing a team, that means he must know what he's doing, then you ain't paying damn attention. Because half of these guys, actually more than half, more than half of these guys shouldn't have the job they have. They shouldn't have it. Then you got coaches being absolved of play calling because it was the game. I was watching NFL Network and Maurice Jones-Drew. It was a third down, maybe it was a fourth down, where they ran a play they shouldn't have ran. They said, that's on the play caller. That's not on the coach. The head coach is on the headset too. He can say, no. We're going to stop absolving head coaches and blaming coordinators.
Time out.
We're going to stop doing that. All right? We're going to stop doing all of that. And Andy Reid, this is why I disagree with all of y'all about some other iteration of the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty. This is Andy Reid with Donovan McNabb. This is the Andy Reid that got fired in Philadelphia.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Andy, run the ball. No, I'm good. Andy, we're on the 1-inch line, bro. You got Kareem Hunt. Just run the ball, Andy. No. We're gonna go shotgun to a pistol to a convoluted XYZ, right? And we're gonna throw it to the tight end, flip it back to
Inundation
back,
of Puerto Rico.
a somersault. While he's upside down, he's gonna flip it to a lineman. Andy, run the damn ball. Run the ball, bro.
I got a question for you. I got
ahead,
a serious question for you. We were on this very network 2-3 years ago. Serious, I know you were here, and Larry, I know you were here, and we absolutely were hysterically laughing that the Broncos gave up a first-round pick for Sean Payton.
Mhm.
Obviously, now we know how that's turned out. So, with the additional draft capital that you guys have there in New York, if you could give up a first and get whatever coach you wanted, who's your guy?
Not Sean Payton because I can't stand Sean Payton. Not kneecap.
No. I'm saying whoever you want in the league, like literally anybody you want. You can give up a first, trade for your coach. Who's the guy you approve? Who's the guy you're trading a first round pick for?
It's two guys. One of them, I hate him because of his father, so I'm not going to say it.
I was waiting for that one.
No, you got to say it. You got to say it.
Say the name, huh? Say the name.
With his
Say
the whole chest.
S. And
no, say the full name.
Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, him. And the other one is D'Amico Ryans, right?
Yeah, in
I would take
Houston.
D'Amico Ryans, or I would take Shanahan right now over everybody else.
And
I
would trade two first because they are two coaches who have shown me the ability to adjust to the people that they have, not who they want them to be, but who they actually are.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
How about Ben Simmons though? I'm loving
Ben
what
Johnson.
he's doing in Chicago.
Yeah. Ben Simmons, he plays basketball.
No, we don't want Ben Simmons.
No, Ben Johnson.
No
I
first
don't
round
know
pick.
about Johnson yet because I haven't seen.
It's still early.
Caleb. I like what he's doing with Caleb, but I don't know. I think Ben Johnson is a slave to his system, and right now he happens to have the people that fit that system. Let me see him when he loses some people that fit his system if he can morph. So I don't know about Ben Johnson yet, but to me, the story of this season for me is two things. Everybody wants parity until you get parity, and then they say it's a diluted product. This season is parity incorporated because all of the big boys are gone, right?
The parity.
All the big boys are gone. You have in the AFC, honestly, good teams. Ain't no great teams.
Yeah, agreed.
They're good teams. On any given Sunday, they can look great. But overall, bro, J.J. McCarthy threw for 250 yards. Stop telling me what a great game he had. He threw for 250 yards. He threw for 250 yards. Not that people act like he threw for 350 when I had Shador throw for 364, and I had people say, well, yeah, but he missed that one pass. Okay?
They said that Cowboys defense was fixed.
All right.
Yeah. It was Super Bowl. It was Super Bowl ready. Oh, they can get after
some teams that man, and the NFC, you have some really good teams. You have really good teams. But Sam Darnold is starting to look like the Sam Darnold I told you he was going to be when he came out of college. All I'm saying, Sam, woo.
I hear voices.
Got to put the sheet over your head.
Yeah. So this year is quite interesting, man, and it is indeed flying by. I cannot believe that starting next week we got 3 weeks. Well, starting we got 3 weeks left, and then it's wild card time, and the chips are going to fall where they proverbially may, man. Quick knee-jerk reaction, Coach of the Year. Villain, talk to me before you go to sleep.
Coach of the Year?
Yeah.
I think there's only two answers.
I hate to say it because he drives me crazy.
If it helps.
No, I mean I hate to say it, but I gotta give it to Sean Payton right now.
No.
No.
Nah, mine is Mike
That's
Vrabel.
And don't ask my goddamn opinion.
Wow.
Hey, Barry, you can have an opinion. We're just letting you know it's wrong.
Mine is gonna be
You
Mike
want to know
Vrabel.
what kind of mic that is you got, man? It look like one of them 1950 soul singers mics.
Yeah, everybody come to
My
one
man went
mic.
to
Everybody
Georgia.
come back to the one. Like, I can do it like this, like
Like you need to have your hair permed, and
I think the
Just
only
let
guy
your
could be is
soul
Ben
glow.
Johnson. Honestly, I think that's
I
the
like
only
Ben
guy.
Johnson. I like Ben Johnson too.
Nah, man,
Larry
y'all,
Johnson, where'd you at?
I know what y'all, man. Sean Payton, man.
No,
Care.
no, can't stand him.
I got. Listen, man. You know what? You guys have already. I like Vrabel a lot. Ben
Vrabel's
Johnson's
a good
turned the
choice.
team around.
Bad loss.
I got to go with Shanahan. When you
Nah,
look
I
at
think you're right.
everything he's lost, just from
That's a homer pick. Get lost. Get lost.
Again,
Wrong.
I'm not acknowledging that.
Wrong.
That's fine. I'm just saying, if you look at what they've lost talent-wise, all-pro middle linebacker, all-pro defensive end. They lost their starting quarterback for basically half the season. And as Unk has brought up, the fact that if you look at how the offense has morphed and changed as different quarterbacks were in there, as different wide receivers were playing. I mean, people forget, but remember when Kendrick Bourne, a guy that was on the street, had 140 yards versus the Rams earlier in the year and helped us get a W. Like Shanahan, I really honestly believe this is Shanahan's best job of coaching this year over every year. I mean, I really think game plan wise and what he's had to overcome, his best year by far.
Yeah, but unfortunately with the Niners, that's every year y'all lose half the damn roster. I don't know what they're doing training wise out there, but every year you lose half the damn roster. So that's an issue.
What about McVay?
The difference though, Unk, is the results. If they win their last 3 games, right? Let's just say they win their last 3 games and they end up with the 1 seed. I think it's Kyle Shanahan, no question. If they beat Seattle, if they beat Indianapolis, and they beat Chicago, I think it's for me it's Shanahan. But I understand the Vrabel comment, I really do. But I also think it's harder for me with Vrabel because this is one of those scenarios where he stepped into a kitchen that was already kind of prepared.
This is very true. This is very true.
Like Shanahan has really basically handpicked all these guys, lost a bunch of guys due to finances, and had to replace a bunch. People forget, all the guys like Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw and all these guys that walked in free agency because they couldn't pay them, and all the young guys that they had to basically replace them with. They've done a really good job. They really have. But I do like the Ben Johnson pick. I just feel like they've lost a couple games they shouldn't, but we'll see how the year plays out. I love the fact that the first thing he did when he came in, not try to get a whole bunch of flashy players. He said, you know what? I'm going to solidify this offensive line and make sure that my quarterback actually has time to throw the ball. That was the best thing he's done since he got there.
That running game is the truth.
I'll go worst coach of the year, Shane Steichen, for burying Anthony Richardson and having to go to a senior citizen at quarterback. Oh, the Phillip Rivers did not look bad.
No, I can't give Steichen a negative. Like he had him in a good position.
According to Uncle, I think Aaron Glenn might be in that conversation.
If the Giants, any Giants coach, insert Giants coach here. How about that?
It's 2 for me.
But seriously, like nobody wants to give McVay any kind of credit this year.
No, that's what I'm saying. McVay Brave was coach of the year
because he should win with that roster. He should.
Yeah, that roster's that. Listen, I'm a Niners fan, but I will tell you, there's not a roster in the NFL that is more talented than the Rams. Like, and top you know to what? Bottom,
that's a credit to the GM, though. Brian,
ridiculous.
Because they didn't have a lot of top draft picks. They traded a lot of those picks away and really did a lot of work in the back half of the draft on day 3.
So GM of the year should go to who's the GM there? Les Snead.
Yeah, Snead.
Yeah, like cause you remember they traded a lot of picks to get like Von Miller and then
picks.
Dude, you want to talk about a hit, man,
like that.
Freaking, you know what I mean? Their D line is just ridiculous.
It is.
Fist verse, like those guys are just
a beast.
Yeah,
Versus the Beast.
just home wreckers. Literally, they look like they're out there with high schoolers just throwing them around.
Mm-hmm.
They look good. Again, big matchup this weekend, starting on Wednesday,
wait
on
for that
Thursday, versus Seattle Seahawks.
And by the
I would
by
give
the way, listen, just a little bit of love, man. Can we say like Mike Tomlin might have I don't know,
No,
gave his
no,
firstborn
no,
child?
no,
I'm not giving him
no.
Coach of the Year. Another season with a lot of middling talent, and they're still going to be a 10-win team and make the playoffs.
No, they're not. They're going to go 8-9.
They're going to make the playoffs.
No, they're not.
Yeah, we are.
No,
we are.
No,
we
still got the Arizona Ice Tea. I got 3 games left for you to lose, bro.
Okay.
Oh, who do they play?
Oh, look who Baltimore plays. Their next 3 games is the Patriots, the Packers, and then the Steelers.
Who they always beat.
I understand, but I'm just telling you, Baltimore has not looked like Baltimore.
Lamar's getting healthy.
Last year,
Lamar's getting healthy. Lamar has gotten healthy. I'm telling you right now, Baltimore's winning their last 3 games. Steelers losing their last 3 games because I need them to. Because I can't.
Because I need
wrong here.
Hey, if that might be the best. Listen, if you don't clip that for TikTok, then what are we doing?
I got it coming.
That's the best segment in the whole 2-hour bit right there, because that's why they're winning, because I need them to.
But
Man, look, hey, I was just gonna say, bro, like my coach of the year is obviously Shanahan, but I think y'all missing who probably is gonna win if Shanahan don't win. Harbaugh.
No.
Dude, Harbaugh is done. No. Dude, you lose both tackles. You on your what?
They are winning games.
Third or fourth running back.
Bro, you put your quarterback there one hand, he got set.
Your quarterback's hurt, dude, and they got 10 wins, bro. Harbaugh's been coaching his butt off over there, bro. Dude, I don't know what's going on with
CK. You sound like R2D2.
Yeah, R2D2. Hey, that's him. That's me.
Nanu.
But dude, Harbaugh, you got to give him his props, bro. He's worked some magic over there, man. He what other team has lost 2 Pro Bowl tackles? And think about it, they just got back Amari Hampton, this week?
Last week.
Yeah, bro. Like, dude.
Yeah. Can anyone else not hear Larry?
Not hear Larry from.
It's just you.
Oh, okay.
Just old people.
Yeah, he don't want to hear you. He don't want to hear you.
People that don't work.
I hear you. I don't hear Larry.
CK, you back?
People. But yeah, dude. Like I say, I gotta give some love to Harbaugh, man. Harbaugh coaching his butt off over there.
I'm not buying the Harbaugh thing, to be honest with you. I don't think Harbaugh is going to be in consideration.
Got 10 wins, bro.
Obviously, Vrabel. If you told me McVay, I could see that. Ben Johnson, I could see that.
And think about that roster turnover they had to do
Shanahan
in Wisconsin. Yep. So I think it's Shanahan's to lose, though. I really do. I think it's Shanahan.
I don't think Shanahan gets it.
D'Amico Ryans needs to get some love too.
That team was nowhere fast, and that team was great in the playoff mix. So what a job he's done.
You know what I'm saying? Losing CJ Stroud for a couple weeks, and then the defense just flipped the switch and they just morphed. So looking forward to that. But with that being said, before we get out of here, let's spin you around and spin you around the NBA really quickly, man. First and foremost, shout out to Bam Adebayo. These ladies now pregnant, which is cool for them. Salute to them.
Asia?
Asia's pregnant.
Oh, I'm kneecapping Bam.
But with that being said, we got a lot of teams that are making some moves. The NBA championship, the cup is almost in the books here. The Knicks are currently winning that, up by 3 with 9 and some change. So I'm sure that's why Villain is preoccupied, watching his Knicks do work in Vegas. So salute to him. The Detroit Pistons are running away and hiding from the rest of the Eastern Conference as we speak. Now, again, it's not the All-Star break yet, but this Detroit Pistons team is literally running away and hiding. Same could be said for the Oklahoma Floppers. I mean Thunder. They're running away and hiding as well. 24-2 in the Western Conference, man. But we didn't close the show last week with a basketball conversation, so I figured we'd do that here as well, man. Villain, where's your head at, man? We are 20 some odd games in, man. Knicks are 18-7, second in the Eastern Conference. But if you want to talk about anything else, where's your head at, big dog?
I mean, I'll just stick with the Knicks. I like what they see in the early season bumps, so I think they're pretty much healthy right now. Playing some good ball. I think, I'm liking what I'm seeing with Brunson. Unc and I talked about it on the Knicks preview show. The ball in his hand, less per possession. He's taking less dribbles. Not bringing the ball up is a real big difference in why he's still getting his points, but he doesn't have to do as much, and the defense can't really load up on him as much because he's not bringing the ball up. The defense is slowly getting better. I like what I'm seeing with the Knicks. But to your point, man, Detroit is playing some really good basketball. I think we talked about it last week. Like what I saw with the Raptors. They're a solid team. Out west, I mean, the Thunder are just, going crazy. They got their second loss to this Spurs team right now. So they're a good team out there. So it's really fun so far. We'll see how it nets out. But Knicks were down by 10 points. 12 points, I think, and we're up by 7. Really playing some good basketball out here. So, in Vegas, Spike Lee out there and everybody, orange and blue skies on.
Orange and blue skies, yeah. Yo, for me, again, I'm proud of what I'm watching from the Detroit Pistons, man. Boston Celtics are kind of standing in the thick of things. Looks like Tatum's ahead of schedule. He may try to get back, before All-Star break or right around there. So we'll see what's going on there. The Philadelphia 76ers are kind of stabilizing themselves a little bit. I'm a Rockets fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. We'll talk about that, Larry and I. We'll talk about that on Sunday. We need a point guard in the worst way possible.
I heard Chris Paul available.
You know what? I would take CP3 at this point. I'm not going to even hold it. I need a point guard in the worst way possible.
I think his son right about now.
You take Cliff Paul, right?
Cliff, yeah, give me Cliff. Give me the State Farm guy. Give me the State Farm guy. And then there are the Clippers. A team that
What a joke.
Again, each time I get the opportunity to bury them, I will. Watching them implode, this way with the roster that they have. It's not like they got scrubs out there, you know what I'm saying? It's not like they got the Pelicans are the worst team in the Western Conference, but looking at this Clippers team, just lose game after game after game after game after game after game, and the manner in which they've lost game after game. And here's the thing: that's a black eye on Ty Lue. I think Ty Lue's one hell of a coach, but unfortunately, he's about to be the fall guy for this. He's about to lose his damn job because this Clippers team is 6-20. What? Why?
You pushed to bring in Chris Paul. Everybody knows who Chris Paul is. He's that guy that's going to be on you from the time you get up in the morning before you even get in your car to when you go to sleep. Everybody knows this. You played with him. You knew who he was. You brought him in, and when he kept criticizing what y'all were doing, which wasn't working, you decided to make him the fall guy for the fact that you have gotten a lot of credit for coaching that you honestly don't deserve. You are Doc Rivers 2.0. Tell me what Ty Lue has won. Tell me the team that Ty Lue got that had talent like this that he made better through his coaching. Oh, wait, because you can't. Ty Lue is way culpable for this. This This is a Ty Lue issue with the Clippers. This is a head coaching issue because you insist on being whatever it is you think you are and reading the press clippings. You brought in somebody who could have helped you affect change because now you had somebody to ride them cats so you don't have to because you don't like to. And then you got rid of them. But I'm going to say this. The Detroit Pistons, if you make the trade that everybody keeps telling you to make, you're going to screw this season up. Leave that damn team alone and let them grow. If you want to establish something like Oklahoma City has, leave the team alone. Tell me the big trade that Oklahoma City made. They didn't.
They didn't.
Exactly. But what is everybody telling the Pistons to do? Got to make a trade. Leave them alone. And I told y'all the Phoenix Suns was going to be better than you thought.
I mean, they're 14-12, sitting at the 7th spot in the Western Conference. So they are balling.
So you're saying they're in the playoffs.
They are balling. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're in the play-in.
So you're saying they're in the playoffs?
I mean, sure.
Okay.
Sure. They're in the playoffs.
Okay.
So, but yeah. With that being said, I'm gonna get you guys out of here, man. We got a lot to talk about. We didn't even talk baseball. You know what I'm saying? Pete Alonso got moved. There's a lot of stuff going on in baseball, which we'll probably touch next week, man. Before we get out of here, man, let me get you guys a plug and a close out. Breaking news. Talk to me, big dog. Get us out of here.
Yeah, man. Just love breaking it down with you guys here on the Executive View. Appreciate the opportunity to join. And all I'm going to say is, I said this last week. I'm going to say it again. I know the Spurs beat Oklahoma City, but right now they have a .923 win percentage, which would put them 3 games ahead of the Golden State Warriors all-time mark. So I'm just saying, Oklahoma City still on track to do something special.
Appreciate you, big dog. Thank you so much, man. CK, you know what to do. Get us out of here, big dog.
Well, Brian Cashman is still a clown. Brian Cashman is still a clown. Brian Cashman is still a clown.
I don't think I heard you say that one more time.
Brian Cashman is still a clown. Player development, my ass. Wintertime, holidays coming. Everybody be safe. Stay safe. If you're stressing a little bit or a little bit down, talk to somebody. Don't let 9 and 8 be your last option. Let it be your first option. And I'm still waiting on my macaroni and cheese, Barry. That's all I got.
Hey, yo. Larry, talk to me, big homie.
Man, Unc be over there, Chef Boyardee, and y'all just don't know, man. Hey, he be over there making some meals, boy. He be looking up stuff.
I'm trying to get a plate to go with my iced tea he about to send me.
Look, hey. Hey, if you notice, I was being real quiet around the basketball talk. I'm gonna say that for the Rocket Show because I ain't trying to go to bed pissed off right about now. Like I say, I started saying it earlier. Hats off to Bud Crawford. We got another fight coming up this weekend, quote unquote, if you want to call it a fight. This is the first time in a while boxing is gonna be hot. Boxing is gonna be hot at the beginning of the year. A lot of big fights coming up in boxing. So shameless plug, be looking out for some LG's topics coming up. But yeah, dude, like I say, always a pleasure, man. Hey, I'm gonna get up out of here.
Appreciate you, big dog, man. I will talk to you again on Sunday, man. It's gonna be a good show, man. Can't wait for that one. Villain, you know what to do, big homie.
Yeah, no, listen, enjoy your loved ones, your family, your friends, even the ones that you don't see very often or you can't stand. Shout out to all y'all. Enjoy the season, whatever you celebrate this year. We'll be back at it tomorrow, talking a little bit of wrestling. The little fan, the little 8-year-old and the today's adult fan is crying because Cena quit. But you know what? That's business, and we'll talk about it among other things. But enjoy the games. Enjoy everything about it. We'll be back. We're doing a lot of big things. You know how we do.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, big dog, man. Hope you feel better, man. It's your boy Sirius repping now 412 and the 703, man. Such a pleasure doing this show with these gentlemen on tonight, man. Special thanks to all of our friends and our partners that have been rocking with us and supporting us over this past calendar year. My friends over at Nonsense and Deep Thoughts podcast, the Playbook podcast, Adriana, Wicked Bitter, all so many different people have put their hand in the pile and help us push this thing forward, man. So I'm looking forward to what bigger and better things 2026 has for the executives view, man. On tomorrow, man, we are going to be talking about everything around the world of WWE. We had a massive PLE take place on Saturday where John Cena did indeed retire. So we're going to be talking about that, the aftermath of that. We did have a Monday Night Raw take place yesterday, NXT today, which is on tie it all together, man, and kind of projecting what the next phase of WWE programming will look like as we get into 2026, man. So I'm looking forward to talking with the whole crew, man. And I always close out my shows like this, man. God is good, even though sometimes people are not, man. God bless. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.